times, protagonists just don't really look like they are powerful or even hold up to the legendary stories told. When first meeting them, they won't really look any special, but down the line, secrets will be unfolded to finding out what they truly are. Today's video dives into 10 weak-looking F-rank protagonists who turn out to be, well, overpowered. If you're new around here, then please make sure that you subscribe to the channel with the notifications bell icon turned on to stay up to date with the latest anime news and recommendations right at your doorstep. Now, without keeping y'all waiting, let us begin with the video. It's time to start this list with a certified banger of an anime series called Noragami, the story of an overpowered stray god. The protagonist Yato, like I said, is a stray god who goes around doing cheap jobs for a mere few cents of change, and he really is not anything special at first, but this whole life before, he was actually a god of calamity, a destructive being who has decided to take life in a matter of easiness and step away from war. Now his life gets more interesting after his familiar left him due to getting fed up with Yato's actions, and he got a new human girl instead. Noragami is not by any chance or any means popular as it used to be honest, but you know, boy, do I wish it got another season at some point. Trapped in a dating simulator, a typical looking isekai anime series judging from its looks and concept, suddenly it turns out to be one of the better and best isekai anime that you can watch. Dating sims are super popular, they're quite popular to be honest, and for the protagonist, he had to beat a dating simulator his sister recommended to him, and upon doing so, he was then transported to that dating simulator game and now is part of that world himself as a mob or a background character. Using all of his game knowledge, now he must beat the game once again, but this time in a more realistic situation as a background character and take the spotlight. He does get underestimated heavily, but his powers prove otherwise, since only the most attractive guys get the chance at, you know, an easy life in a world that is ruled by women. Impact. Have you ever wanted to own your very own apartment for yourself and have tenants from different worlds come and live in your household? Well, you get to actually experience all of that in an interesting Chinese animation of just what I said. This is called Journal of the Mysterious Creatures. Yoshito is the protagonist of the series, who owns an apartment and was showing his new tenant around, who happened to be attacked by another female who is a vampire. And it turns out both of these girls are creatures. Yoshito is then scouted by a little bit of a secret organization that maintains order of the parallel universe, which means now strange creatures from different worlds are about to join and live in his humble abode or household, essentially making this his very own house or a harem. A strange virus exists in this world, turning people into monsters, and humanity lives behind walls to protect themselves from these dangerous creatures. And to fight them back, special children with superhuman powers, whom are each assigned specifically to a promoter so that they can be guided. Both partners are then sent to fight against those monsters and keep them at bay. Basically, it's really just a simple story of two characters fighting monsters, protecting humanity, and stopping evil. Nothing more than that, but it sure is pretty badass throughout its super cool action. Here in this anime series, we have a geeky-looking gamer named Khan who is playing an MMORPG game of his when he suddenly received a mysterious letter that transported him to the game world when he accidentally saves a princess by landing on the attacker. Now, he acts as the guard to the princess as others plan to capture her while she wishes to plan and finish off her marriage. A lot of this anime relies on truly its characters and humor, but not much of a story that it really has since it just plans to make you laugh, and well, it can sometimes be a hit or a miss depending on how you feel. Though with every episode, it can become increasingly likable, and I can guarantee you will enjoy this anime a lot. Dangerous looking monsters roam the outside world, and that is why the OSF, or better known as Other Suppression Force, are people with special weapons and abilities to combat those monsters. Scarlet Nexus is actually based on a very recent video game, one that I played myself and enjoyed, but does the anime do a good job as the game? The protagonist Sumeragi was rescued by the forest, and to repay his debt, he decides to join the squad in helping the team out. And it so happens that he does have something unknown to him, that he has a special power that he has yet to uncover brewing inside of him, a power to shake the entire country. Now, as average as this may sound, but Campfire Cooking in Another World is the name of the show. A simple series of a guy cooking food in another world, and that's really it. However, it is so relaxing and enjoyable, and the food actually looks pretty damn good. Heroes from another world were summoned to help fight the Demon Lord, but it turns out one of those heroes has a pretty useless skill for, grocery shopping online. So he decided to retire from his heroic duties and just become a regular adventurer through cooking food. Not only was he super talented and, at making the best food anyone had ever eaten, he also managed to tame the legendary wolf named Fenrir to do all the hunting and monster slaying for him, in which he became overpowered quite fast.
Huh?
Are you a fan of fantasy adventure series with an overpowered main character with good side characters? Well, you really won't get everything within this anime that I just said, but it still might be worth a try, even though the story is a little bit underwhelming. The series introduces a very strong or overpowered protagonist who gets really nowhere through individual skill, but upon witnessing an ultimate beast murder his parents, he swore to seek revenge on it, and it so happens he does have a powerful secret skill that he must control, or it causes him to go berserk or lose control due to how dangerous it is. This kind of thing is pretty much overused in a lot of series, and truth to be told, it doesn't do it the best either. The protagonist is in a prestigious magic school and is about to be repeating a year due to almost failing a test, and that is summoning his very own familiar. Alto, the protagonist, finds a mysterious book about demons in a library, and it so happens to be that he accidentally freed the most terrifying creatures that humanity fears the most, and that is a demon that was sealed away for centuries. That demon is named Vermeil, a super hot, gorgeous looking demon female who makes a contract with Alto and is now his familiar. All the guys get super jealous of Alto, and basically she needs mana every now and then, and the way she does it is by simply kissing Alto to obtain a bunch of his mana for herself in exchange, and things get pretty spicy. But this anime is mostly an ecchi series with magic and action, but many in the first place have watched it just to get some Vermeil action to take its place. Now for the last anime on this list, the final recommendation I have for you all is Katanagatari, a samurai action series with a very unique art style and also an interesting concept I think you should all check out. The protagonist trains with a very special technique. He is a swordsman, but the tech he uses is using his very own body as the sword blade itself, meaning he doesn't use a sword even though he is a very powerful swordsman. And that is the reason why he got exiled, is due to sticking to that technique while others in his clan use a sword, and they all thought he's weak and powerless without a weapon in hand. And now he is on a new journey where it begins, and he's tasked to collect 12 unique swords, legendary weapons, as other powerful Hungary entities are also in search for them, so he must obtain those swords before the others do. Looks like you just made it to the end of the video and witnessed 10 weak-looking F-rank protagonists who turned out to be overpowered. If I have managed to leave any anime out in particular that I thought would be a great addition on the list, then please let me know in the comment section down below, as I'd love to hear your very opinion, or just comment down below what you thought about the video in general, as I'd always appreciate the feedback. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one!